It looks so awesome out there. The sun's gonna rise in a few minutes and it's finally clear. Here it is only 9 degrees. My channel where I talk about mental health is spiritual health and vice versa. And one of these days I'll tell my whole story. And today we're gonna talk about the perfect gift. A little bit different than yesterday. Yesterday I was talking about being encouraged by God's promises, and I showed the perfect Christmas gift that I got from my daughter. This one's a little bit different. We're gonna be in, and there's Annie. Hi, Annie. Hi, baby girl. You feeling better? Or do you just like being outside? We talk about mental health as spiritual health. And this perfect gift is in the book of Acts, chapter 3, verses 1 through 10. Okay? Now, just a little disclaimer here. I'm not a pastor or a counselor or therapist or doctor or anything like that, but I do believe mental health is spiritual health. And I can help people change mindset, change their own personal mindset. So if you feel sad, anxious, overwhelmed, even depressed, or have PTSD, I can help you change that baseline feeling of your mind to one of happiness and joy. And it takes work to really feel to me, okay? I think I'll show this instead of showing me talking. All right, the perfect gift. Key verse here, verse 6. Silver or gold I do not have, but what I do have, I give you. Silver or gold I do not have, but what I do have, I give you. Okay, a little perspective in this verse. From the book of Acts, chapter 3, Peter and John, the apostles Peter and John, this is after Jesus ascended into heaven, were walking to the temple for the 3 o'clock prayer. Okay, and they ran into a crippled man who had been crippled since birth. Okay, he'd been crippled since birth. And he was always there at the temple begging for money. Isn't that beautiful? He was always begging for money. Well, Cameron, hey, what's going on? Isn't it beautiful this morning? It's freezing. It's 9 degrees, but I'd rather have it 9 degrees and have this beautiful view. I cannot believe how beautiful it is this morning. And going back to the Peter and John in Acts chapter 3, you know, when they were approaching the temple and the beggar, I'll talk showing this. Hey, ZNC, you guys got to see this. When Peter and John were approaching the temple and the beggar asked them for money, like he asked everybody who approached the temple, what did he say? He said, silver or gold I do not have, but what I do have I give you. In the name of Jesus Christ of Nazareth, walk. And after Peter said that, he reached out and grabbed the man's hand and stood him up. And he started walking around and then jumping around and shouting for joy in the temple. And everybody was amazed at what happened. So I'm thinking about this in my real world situation. Hey, Cameron. Yeah, Vicky, it's so beautiful. It is awesome. I'll take the 9 degrees. I will put up with 9 degrees and a slight breeze for this view any day. I mean, this is absolutely unbelievable. I wish I could take a picture of it too while I was videoing it. I keep thinking about this in my life because I don't have a lot of money right now. I haven't had income in 6 years. Although I made a lot of money my first 27 years, I shouldn't complain. But it's all in retirement accounts. So how do you help someone? Like beggars, when I drive and you get off the freeway and they're sitting there in the cold asking for money. Well, what one person did was they shared the gospel of Christ with that person because they didn't have any money. So I was thinking, how can I do that and not feel foolish or insufficient in talking about that with someone? How do I approach that? How do I say that to somebody? So I don't know. I'd like to know if someone, what would they think, or what would you do if, if you're in that situation? What could you say, or how could you strike up a conversation with that person? Especially, it could be tough too if you're at a red light and then it turns green. It's a pretty quick one. I think all you can do is give them a kind word and tell them God bless them and have a good day. And that's what I heard from my great aunt, my grandma, and my mom all the time anyway. So maybe that's what I can do. Because that's question number one. How can you share? What can you do if you don't have money? How can you help people out? And honestly, that's what Peter and John did. He didn't say, silver and gold I do not have, but this I can give you. Stand up and walk. He said, silver and gold I do not have, but this I can give you. In the name of Jesus Christ, the Nazarene, stand up and walk. So that he knew what he was giving that person and was sharing Christ with that person, not simply healing them. I think that's important to remember in this passage. And that's what I got out of it when I'm reading it and I reflect on it. And the other question is, who can you share Christ with today? Who can you share Christ with today? Thanks, Vicky. Hey, I appreciate you guys. If you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe to my channel and share it with other people. And like this video too, it just helps me out. It also, in some ways, motivates me to get up and come out here no matter what time it is. I know the time's gonna change and this is gonna get earlier and earlier, but this is beautiful. I'm gonna pan over here and see what Annie's doing because she hasn't been herself recently. Hey, Annie. But she did want to come out with me today, but she's not running around. Hey, Donut Dolly. Yeah, it is unbelievable this morning, you guys. It is absolutely ridiculously beautiful. Anybody has any doubts that there's a God? Just needs to simply walk outside this morning here in Central Ohio right now and look at the sky. This doesn't happen by accident. Hey, thanks, Vicky. I appreciate it. I really appreciate it. Thanks, you guys, for liking the video and subscribing. So what would you guys do in terms of the perfect gift? That is the perfect gift, is sharing Christ with someone. How do you do that? And then you have to overcome the times where you kind of not sure what to say, or you feel insufficient, I guess is a good way of putting it, to do that, And I used to, and I liked sharing my money with people who didn't have any, but I'm not at that point, unfortunately, in my life right now. GT Bronny, or is it Brony? 742. I wonder if that Brony or Bronny, is that a little reference to LeBron James? I only say that because I'm from Cleveland. So it made me think that. But I'm going to sit here because I'm watching the sunrise. I don't think the sun rises for another 2 minutes, you guys. This is how ridiculously awesome it is this morning. Yo, chill. That's funny. LeBron James went to Diddy parties. Oh no, did he? The one thing I do have to respect about LeBron is I think compared to many other mega stars in the NBA, like Kobe, Michael Jordan, he's been faithful to his wife, from my understanding. So I got to give props to that. A lot of those other people take advantage. I mean, he's not a perfect person, but yeah, I'm cold. I'm really cold, but a friend of mine gave me a nice pair of warm gloves, so my hands are better. Usually my fingers and fingertips from holding this gimbal up, you know, the blood doesn't get to it and it gets cold and painful, like literally painful when I have to stop. But these gloves are helping. Yeah, Annie's doing better. In fact, I don't know where she is, which is good. That means she's exploring. Let's see if we can find her. Instead of where's Orange, where's Annie? You know, she's black and gray and white in the black, gray, brown, dark green, and white landscape. So it's kind of like a Where's Waldo. Just like Where's Orangey? Where's Annie? Hey, Annie. It's just a beautiful, beautiful morning. Uh-oh, wait a minute. Here comes the sun. The tip of the sun's coming up. I don't know if you guys can see it on the horizon. But Annie's doing a little better. At least she wanted to come out with me today. Yeah, she's behind me. Okay. YouTube censored your comment? Threshold moment? I missed it. I just see ... That's it. I didn't hide anything, so I don't know what's going on. Oh my God, is this beautiful? Oh my goodness, I'm not rich. This is not my land. I don't even know. I think it might be owned by the Ohio State University because it's their airport and they own farmland around it. I know the south side is theirs. This might or might not be theirs because I'm on the other side of the fence. So I really don't know whose it is because this is farmland on one side. There's an airport on the other side of it. But I'm standing just outside of the fence. There's a second fence here that I'm leaning on and propping up my gimbal on. And there's a little walkway, kind of pathway along the fence, and then a strip of woods, and then a frozen creek behind me. And I don't know whose property this is. I'm actually going to look it up because people have been bringing that up, and I don't know. I don't think I'm trespassing. There's no signs or anything like that. It's not a park. It's not private property that I know of in terms of there's no house or anything on it. Don't dox yourself, Matt. Oh, so I don't know what that was referring to. I missed that. Yeah, you don't have to be in single digits. It's 9 degrees. It says it's even going to be 9 degrees at 8 a.m. according to my weather app when I came out here. So yeah, it's not getting any warmer yet. Probably by 8:15 with the sun up, it'll change a bit. Yeah, it's not my property. I live in an apartment. I lost a lot of things in my life. That's okay. I'm at a point where I can at least survive, you know. Yeah, I don't need people knowing my location. That's true. That's true. I got Andy to protect me, though. Sweet, loving little dog. Yeah, I'm surviving. And the perfect gift God gave me, I don't know why. Sometimes I wonder why he did it, but I'll have to tell you guys about it one day. There's a time in my life where, let's just put it this way, I shouldn't be alive. I should be dead. And that's a gift that God gave me, and I don't know why. I don't know why. Oh my God, it's so beautiful. Now the sun's coming out in its full glory. Yeah, every human is deserving. There's a reason. There is a reason. God has a reason for everything. It's so clear to me now that everything does have a purpose. Oh, really? Threshold moment? Do you work on construction sites? Those are dangerous. In fact, I'm studying Spanish, and the section of Spanish that I'm in is learning about construction sites and keywords and, you know, words about like scaffolding and building materials and danger, fire alarms, all those kind of words and sentences, and all the dangers in the construction site. That's interesting that you said that. Yeah, the sun is coming. It is ridiculously beautiful. Holy cow. Oh, really? Cut out a big giant wall of earth for a rich basketball player for a court in the basement. That's cool. I know somebody who had a basketball court at their house. I'm not allowed to talk about it or even say whose it is, but we used to practice there all the time with our teenage, like high school juniors, I think it was, maybe juniors and senior team for the YMCA league. It was a lot of fun. Obviously, he had a lot of money. But he was a very humble person, a very good person, and we got to practice there, and it was a lot of fun. Oh my gosh, the wall collapsed. And oh my gosh, that's scary. Wow. Thank God you're okay. Oh my gosh. Whew. Threshold moment. No wonder you're called Threshold Moment. Wow. Those are two very interesting stories. Very interesting. Hey, Olivia. Yeah, it's so beautiful. That's why I started early. I actually started almost 20 minutes ago. The sky and the way that the sun, before the sunrise, was lighting up the clouds on the earth was ridiculous. It was so beautiful. Hey, thanks guys for liking this video. I appreciate it. That really helps. And subscribing to my channel. I come out here every morning. Look, now the sun is gonna set upwards as it's rising into the clouds. We saw the sun before it was above the horizon. We saw it in its full glory, and now it's disappearing behind the thick layer of clouds. What a beautiful morning. Oh, you can always go back and watch it, Olivia. I always make them public so people can go back and watch it. But I do recommend going back and looking at this one. Not just for talking about Acts chapter 3 and the perfect gift and what Peter and John did for the crippled man, but just for the view. See, the sun is gone. It's set upwards behind the clouds. I'm freezing. My fingers are starting to really hurt, almost like burn. You know, I can't use them. I can't feel them right now, but I'm not moving, so. Yeah, you are on the threshold and you move back every time. Yeah, you're still here. Your presence is your present. Thank you, Donut Dolly. You are. Thank you for being here. Jeez. It's still 9 degrees here. That's probably why it's 9 degrees, because the sun is not able to warm up the earth because it went behind the clouds. Oh my goodness. All right, guys. We got to find Annie. Well, I encourage you, just like Peter shared Christ with the crippled man because he didn't have any money, And he didn't just heal him. Remember, he said, silver and gold I do not have, but this I can give you. In the name of Jesus Christ the Nazarene, walk. He didn't just say walk, he said in the name of Jesus Christ the Nazarene. So remember, we can share Christ with someone today in some way, even in some small way. So think about how you can do that, okay, guys? Oh, and Annie's doing good. She's out here. She's not her crazy self. In fact, that's why I'm zooming around trying to find her, because I don't hear her, I don't see her. But at least she wanted to come out with me. Hey, Annie! Annie, come! I honestly don't know where she is. I'd like to know before I end and we walk away. But the sky still looks pretty. Okay, my right hand is officially numb and I can't feel it. I have to hold the gimbal with two hands, so I'm gonna sign off. But thanks again, guys, for joining. I really appreciate it. Remember, let's think about how we can share Christ with other people, all right? I hope you have an awesome, awesome day, and maybe you'll see it tonight. Yeah, where is Annie? If I can find Annie, I'm a little nervous. Hey, Annie! She usually comes. Annie, come! I might have to say it a little meaner. Annie, come! Oh no! Okay, Olivia, that's okay. Thanks for joining. Yeah, I'm trying to be more assertive. She responds to that for sure, if she doesn't listen initially. She knows to come, but she won't. All right, guys, I think I do have to go find her. We can see the... Can you see the sunrise? Yeah, you can see the sun behind me a little bit. Maybe I'll go over there and show you one more time. All right, well, thanks again, guys. Have a great day. And remember, think about how we can share Christ with other people. Thanks for joining. I really appreciate you guys. Donut Dolly, Vicky, Olivia, everybody on here. Have an awesome day. See you tonight, hopefully at 8 p.m.